we use what's called our auto-enroll technology to send your customers directly from buying to diving into their content on the same page. So like all of a sudden I got added to a library that's built with SamCart. I can come in here. You can do all kinds of awesome stuff. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back. It is another edition of the Tuesday Takeover. Jordan, what is going on?
What is up, Scott? What happened to the studio?
We got a new look, man. We got a new look. So for anybody joining us here today, normally you would see me in the SamCart studio in Maryland. You would have really nice audio in addition to really nice video. You'd have a lot of awesome stuff. But today, we are coming to you for the very first time from the quite unfinished new Austin home office. That's myself and my wife and my 3-year-old and our dog. We hopped in a car, and we are now current residents in the state of Texas in Austin.
What is up? Yeah, you liking it so far?
It's great, man. It was pretty hot, not going to lie.
Okay.
I knew it was going to be hot. We moved in summer. Terrible choices abound. I know about this. But anyway, no, we're super excited. Obviously, Jordan, and everybody watching at home, the majority of SamCart's workforce is here in Austin. And so myself and my wife, we decided to make a move, and we are down here now. And so you'll see this place evolve over time, but I quite literally have like moving boxes over here. It is like, I've been in this house like less than 24 hours. So we got this, we got a new Austin office coming with a brand new video studio, a lot to look forward to. But today we move forward, we power through with what we have and bad audio and not great lighting and all that good stuff. And we're moving on with today's takeover. So today we are diving into the guitar world, which is ironic because that's like the one thing I actually have in my house ready to go is I do have my acoustic guitar. So Jordan, who is this guy, right? And why would anyone spend $3 million on guitar lessons?
Okay, so this is one of my favorite YouTube channels. I am a former bass player, but so that was going to draw to this channel. And he is Rick Beato. So he is old school rock and roll producer from the 70s, 80s, and 90s. He's a current producer still, but he started a YouTube channel about, I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 years ago, and he just started making content about like what makes this song great. So he'd cover an Elton John song or a Queen song or a Rolling Stones or Van Halen or whoever it may be, and he kind of break it down, and he's kind of grown this following. He's showing off his talents. He teaches guitar lessons. He teaches ear training lessons, so you can hear like perfect pitch, which note, make sure you're in tune. And he's grown his YouTube channel to, I think I had the next slide, but he's grown his YouTube channel to 3 million subscribers. And it's just so this guy is not your typical YouTuber. This guy is in his, 50, 60, 70, I don't know. If
yeah, that's true. Honestly, you really don't see this many people in that age demographic, like really growing big social channels. But that's what makes this so cool. That's what made it a lot of fun to dive into. And we're excited to kind of showcase to you guys about how much money Rick makes and where is he making it, how is he making it, and how could he do better. So yeah, this is Rick Beato, right? So Rick, like Jordan said, Rick is someone with a really, really nice big YouTube following. And basically, it's easy to see why. He hops on his guitar, from which he is an absolute stud at playing the guitar. He's got 3 million YouTube subscribers, right? And so, but the cool part is, again, these lessons that we're about to show to you guys, I'm sure no one in the chat has 3 million YouTube subscribers, unless Rick is hanging out with us here today. But the lessons that we're going to show you, how does Rick monetize that audience? Where is he making his money? And how could he do better is how we want to turn this whole experience is really about how can you guys make more money from your audience, whether it's 3 million, whether it's 300, right? We want to make sure that you guys understand how do the pros monetize what they do. And Jordan, this is sort of a lineup, right, of what does Rick sell, what's out there in the world, how is he monetizing his audience? Jordan, what are these 3 boxes?
Yeah, so what we always do is we check the link in the description, we check the link tree, the link in bio, their Instagram links, all that stuff, because that's going to be, if that's the first thing they're listing, that is clearly the most important thing that they're trying to sell. So we found 3 of the products that he listed. I think he has up to 6 products, 6 digital products. But we found a Beato book, which is kind of a music video audio experience. He has ear training, like we talked about, and then he has his Quick Lessons Pro, which is a guitar training course. So if you want to shred, then take that course, of course.
Yeah, so, the answer to how does Rick make his money is on the screen right here on my, what would be this, whatever direction I'm pointing at as you guys are looking at it, right on the left. He's got digital products. The answer is digital products, right? An interactive ebook, some video trainings. He also has like a monthly membership they call like the Beato Club, right, where people pay $20 up to $100 a month, Jordan?
Yep, $100 a month.
Yeah, so he's got a monthly membership where people can pay to hang out with him and basically get all his stuff first and kind of, just you know, it's his super fans, right? So he's a lot of digital stuff here, right? Rick is also somebody who does like, it looks like he does some tours and some events and stuff like that, but the majority of Rick's revenue is coming from digital products, right? Video trainings, interactive books is what he calls it, the Beato book over there. And so, yeah, that's the answer, right? You want to know how is he making his money? This is how he's doing it. He's doing a pretty good job, although we have some really, really big holes, I think, that we can fill up with Rick that I think could really revolutionize how he's making, how much money he's making. And these, again, are lessons for everybody watching. So, Jordan, hit it.
Yeah, he's got 3 main problems that we kind of outlined. And yeah, so we're thinking, okay, if he's got 3 million YouTube subscribers, how many people are going to that link in description and clicking through? Could be in the tens of thousands, could be in the hundreds of thousands per month of visitors to this site. So he's got a lot of ammo, a lot of potential customers, but is he actually closing those customers?
But it's all about what you do with it, right? It's all about what you do with it. So yeah, we always say, listen, if you want to know how someone's making their money, follow the links in their bio on Instagram. Follow the links in the descriptions of YouTube videos, right? Follow their homepage and what do they show to you first, right? And so, yeah, we really leads us to, once we did that ourselves, now it led us into, this is problem number 1, right? And problem number 1 is that Rick suffers from something that we call one and done shopping. Jordan, this is something we talk about all the time, right? A lot of creators suffer from this exact same thing, which is one of the biggest caps you can put on your revenue, right? It's one of the biggest, like, you know, it's like throwing water on a fire, right? Is this one and done shopping thing. Jordan, explain to the people, right? Tell the people what they want to hear. What is one and done shopping, and why does it suck the life out of your sales?
Yeah, one and done shopping is the e-commerce buzzkill. So it takes a lot of energy to get your customers excited, to get your customers in love with your product and in love with the idea of them buying the product. And once they've exerted all that energy, they've talked themselves into buying this product, they're in love with it, they're about to hit checkout now. Once they've hit checkout, that's kind of it for most customers. And for most business owners out there, they just kind of have one product and that's all they offer. And that kind of leads to a dead end. So, and your customers are wanting more. They still have that consumer energy. They're still ready to buy something. We call it in that shopping mode. So if a customer is still in that shopping mode, could you give them something else? Could you throw another offer? Could you throw another product in front of them that would get them excited? Because that first sale is so hard. What we have here, like the second sale is so much easier. It takes so much less energy, a fifth, a tenth, 10% of the energy it takes to get that first sale.
Imagine walking into a grocery store and all they sold was bananas. And like, that's all you got. And they're like, hey, cool, here's our bananas, you know? And they hand you the bananas, you pay for them, and you walk out. Like, what if that was all they had, right? Of course, that would be ludicrous by design, right? But the idea is the same here, right? Most people, when you go to buy things, the website is forcing you to buy one thing at a time. You cannot go, hey, cool, you want to add this? You want to add this? Or after you buy, there's no other opportunities to really easily, quickly, you know, buy more things without going back and starting all over, right? So it's this idea of one and done shopping. And so, Jordan, we've got a couple of visuals after this to just kind of showcase how bad one and done can really be for your you know, the end of your, like for your average order value, for your overall business. What are you leaving on the table, right? And so to demonstrate this, the first thing we did is we went to Quick Lessons Pro, which is sort of like the first thing that Rick mentions in his YouTube video descriptions. It's, you know, it's like, it's an introductory offer.
Yeah, this is his flagship guitar offer. I mean, most of his videos involve him playing the guitar somehow. He's teaching guitar all the time. So we figure, like, okay, people want to learn how to play guitar by Rick. Scott, pull that up on the actual site. Let's look at the live site.
I'm on it.
It's not bad. The site is designed well. It looks great.
It's a very pretty site, honestly. Yeah, super pretty site.
He's got a nice video sales letter at the front, kind of a trailer to say, hey, this is what it's going to be.
You've all seen my quick lessons on.
And then you kind of watch and explain. But this is kind of the problem here. Like, if I want to go add this to cart, if I'm ready to buy, then I go and say, you have to kind of scroll down. You have to say add to cart, or you say buy with Google Pay.
There's really problem number 1 too, by the way, right? Is it's not even here. It's not that easy to buy this, right? Like up above the fold, there is no way for me to buy this without scrolling, right? And on a mobile phone, imagine it'd be even worse. It's like a really, really big, long scroll. I'm not able to buy it. Like this button right here should probably let me buy it, right? There should be something up top that lets me go ahead and buy it. But I have to scroll pretty far to then say, okay, cool, add to cart, right? He's selling this with Shopify, right? A tool that's built to sell physical products and things like that. Not really great for digital products. But anyway, so now we've hit the homepage. We've clicked add to cart. Now I need to click checkout, right? And we're 3 or 4 clicks in, and we're still nowhere near being done, right?
Yep.
And so anyway, Jordan, you were saying.
Yeah, so that it's going to lead into problem number 2, but yeah, if you can look here, there are no other options to buy anything else. Think like Scott mentioning your kind of grocery store metaphor. Think like when you're in the checkout line and you see the gum and you see the soda on the side and you see the candy, just something to quickly add to your cart. Because again, if you're going to go through all this effort of clicking add to cart, buy now, checkout now, name, email, address, shipping, billing, all that credit card information, all of that energy, all that consumer energy, and then to just say, I'm going to sell one product and that's it, you're leaving a lot of money on the table.
Listen, everybody gets like this. You know what I mean? It can get so complicated really, really, really quickly because we get told that complex stuff is what works, right? And the opposite is true. The real magic to monetizing your audience is to give people very simple, clear options about how to move forward next, you know what I mean, and handheld them through that process, right? And so anyway, we'll get back to what this looks like in a little bit. But yeah, I mean, essentially, I think one of the best things that we could help flip on its head would be to just simplify the path that Rick is providing to his audience and say, hey, listen, you want to dive into my world? Click here. You know what I mean? It's one page. Maybe it talks about Quick Lessons Pro, and it gives people the option to really easily kind of add other things to their cart for people who are ready about it, right? But that easy path, I think, would be one of the biggest differences, and really, really, truly something that could probably grow Rick's business by 50, 60, 70%, overnight.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the simple solution is like, what if you just had one account? What if you just had one credit card on file? What if you just had one login page? So, but yeah, I mean, to even go through, like, this was the process, and this is what we're talking about, like funnel madness. This is just for one product, for the ear training program. You go to the homepage, you add to cart, you go to your shopping cart, you go to your billing and information, and then your credit card form, and then you get what happened, Scott? You got a confirmation.
Yeah, so then I got a confirmation page that I had to go check my email and grab a license key, and then choose a username, drop in the license key, choose a password, enter my email address, and then finally on step number 9, I got into what I bought, right? So it took me 9 pages, 9 steps, and it probably took me about, I don't know, I know what I'm doing, and I probably did this in like 11 or 12 minutes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and your password wasn't the right password, and like
it wasn't. Yeah, my first password was not good enough, I guess, right? So you got to keep going and doing all this stuff. And so Jordan, hit the slide one more time, because really then my gift, right, for what happened was after I purchased one product, I went back to go buy another product, because that's really that's the magic. If you can make it easy for your customers to buy one thing and then buy something else, your business is going to explode, right? And so being an existing customer, and I went through all 9 of those steps, I went to go back to go buy something else. And this over here on this side, rather, was my reward, is that this is what happened to me again. So I literally went through this process twice, right? Where I then had to go back to Rick's homepage. I had to discover another one of his products and go from step 1 to 2 to 3 to 4 to 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I had to do the whole thing over again, right? Yep. Just to get access to a second course. And I found out that where I accessed my first course and my second course are in 2 totally different websites, 2 totally different accounts, 2 totally different passwords. And I guarantee you, I'm going to lose those things. I'm going to 100%, I'm just going to forget where they are. So, this describes the problem of, quote, funnel madness. This also describes the problem about one and done sales. Okay. I bet the majority of Rick's customers buy one thing and nothing ever again, because it's just not easy. It's not easy to go in and buy 2, 3, 4, 5 of his products that he has, right? And it's easy to see why when you have a slide like this.
Just have a review. Like, he's got a $79 product, 2 $79 products, a $149 product. So this is what it could look like to like combine things, not just sell one product and be done, but what if you were to combine things and have your customers spend more money with you at one point?
Right. Yeah. What if you made it easy for your customers to say, cool, hey, I'm interested in Quick Lessons Pro, and I want to get, the book, and I want to get the membership, and I want to get the ear training. You know what I mean? You could take an average cart value from $149 to $307, right? Not every single person is going to say, hey, give me everything, but enough people say yes, 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 right? That all of a sudden, listen to me when I say this, you guys, you can double your business by taking this one lesson very, very seriously, right? And so this is the kind of stuff that we're really passionate about, because this is why we built this, right? So let's take this as a hypothetical that, if Rick continues to sell as he is right now in one and done sales, right? And he gets 100 customers this month or this week, or I don't know, whatever. He's got a big audience. Maybe it's a week, right? That would come to something like, basically they can buy one thing. That one guitar course costs $149. So his revenue from 100 customers would be basically $1,500, right? Now, let's take a look and see, okay, what happens when 20% of those buyers had something else to add?
I realize I did the math wrong. We got to add one more zero to the end. So all my math is
it's 100 customers. Sorry, so we'll say 15,000. Yeah, so 15,000 is what it would be. That's
everyone.
Yeah, for sure. So $15,000 in revenue. Well, Jordan, hit the slide for me. This is what happens when 20% of those people, right? So 20 people out of 100 spend another $79, right? Average order value ticks up to $228. That extra order bump brings in an extra basically $2,300, right? $2,300 in revenue just finding it out of thin air from the same, without needing a single extra customer. You just have another $2,800 or $2,300, right? So, and then if you do it again and you add a third something to go buy, and 20% of those people spend another $79, right? This is what happens, right? You can take your average order value way, way, way up there, right? The top people who choose to spend everything could be spending in upwards of $300, right? Easily, right there on the spot. And so all of a sudden, those two order bumps would be bringing in an extra 25, 30% in revenue. You know what I mean? Just because you give your customers the chance to spend more. So you can make enormous strides in extra money, which is probably going to be a ton of profit. You know what I mean? A ton of your profit would come from those extra sales. It makes it so much easier for you to scale your business up, right? And to turn a part-time income into a full-time income. You know what I mean? Because you're doing these kinds of things. Jordan's going to bring up my screen. We have something we created for Rick that I think is going to be incredibly cool, and it's going to really showcase what we can do here while really knocking out of the park those three big problems that we're running into, right? So yeah, someone's going to come in here. We can send them to one simple page. All I did was sort of just kind of half customize this. I didn't really even do that much. But all we did is just kind of take a pre-written template, right? Bunch of pre-written, pre-designed templates waiting for everybody inside of SamCart that do what this page does right here. And let me just do a nice smooth scroll. And so, we got a section here that's going to break down, what are the individual lessons right inside. Here it is. Again, we could do more of the same kind of thing and talk about the modules and bonuses and things like that. If we keep scrolling down, it's got areas for testimonials. It's got an area to kind of recap the offer and talk about the price. It's got an area to kind of, talk about a satisfaction guarantee, an area to talk about you, the instructor, the course creator. All that stuff is built right inside of SamCart's drag and drop builder, which we can showcase here in just a second. But the really cool part, right, is that down here at the bottom, right, and this checkout is a little bit long. We'll talk about how to shorten this up and make it super short, super sweet, right? But someone is not only are going to buy on the same page, but now we can actually showcase other things that Rick has for sale, right? So someone who comes in here to buy Quick Lessons Pro can get the Beato ear training, can get the Beato book, can even join his Beato club. Like what if, right here on the spot, every single customer could come in and join the Beato club on a $1 trial, right? How many more people would he just be pumping into his membership, paying every single month? And when you make it this easy, right? When you make it checkbox easy for someone to add something else to their order, customers do this in droves, okay? The average order bump, if we just added one of these little boxes to this page, the average order bump increases your average order value by 31%, right? That's a number straight from the SamCart database. And so, something like 35, something like 3.5 or 4 out of 10 people are going to say, yep, I want to add to my order. And a second one is still converting in like the mid 30s, right? It's like 33 to 37% of people say, yep, I want to add this one. Yep. And the last one is, still in like the high 20s. I mean, it's just, you get a chance to do this and do this multiple times. And you can see how all of a sudden, this $149 course could turn into $308 sales with, monthly memberships and subscriptions attached to them as well. And it just becomes so easy for you to come in here and end one and done sales, right? Not only is it simple, it's one page. There's no splitting of attention in 4 different web pages. There's no custom coding to be done. It's all done for you, right? And your customers can purchase a bunch of things back to back to back. So I'm going to place a test order. And then what I want to showcase here is actually that SamCart has a built-in courses feature as well. where you guys can deliver your own digital content and your own digital goods directly to your customers with a no-code option right inside of SamCart, right?
Yep.
And so here we are. I'm going to go ahead. Actually, when this is done processing here, it's going to send me directly into the library, right? Look at that. I'm already inside of my account. I already have access to Quick Lessons Pro, which I bought, and a few other things which this account already has access to, right? Because I'm a returning customer, right? We use what's called our auto enroll technology to send your customers directly from buying to diving into their content on the same page. So like what we talked about with Rick, that took 9 steps and an email and a license key and all this stuff for me to go get what I bought from him. All of a sudden I bought, right? You guys just saw it happen. I got added to a library that's built with SamCart. It's no code, right, for you guys. And all of a sudden I can come in here and I got access to exactly what videos I need to watch. I'll get digital downloads back here. You can host live streams back here. You can do all kinds of awesome stuff. And then the even cooler part, right, is the SamCart's stored card technology is still at work. So here I am logged into my members area. I'm downloading and watching my content, things like that. And you can showcase things like this. This is called a featured course, right? And this is you basically, it's like a banner, right? Think of like having a banner ad for the Beato Club, right? The monthly membership training that I didn't buy a second ago on the checkout page. Because I'm logged in, SamCart stores your customer's credit card on file, or PayPal account for that matter. And I can click join now. SamCart emails me a 6-digit code, and I click complete purchase, and all of a sudden, bam, I just started a new $1 trial for the Beato Club. You know what I mean? It's going to roll me right into a monthly subscription. If it had other content, I could refresh the dashboard and get instant access to whatever content I just bought. You'll see in here a lot of other courses from other people that we've done this for. You know what I mean? We do this for a lot of different creators, so that's why there's all this other content in here. But, you know, Rick could also use featured courses up here and showcase other things that he has for sale. And if the customer owns it, they can click and dive in. If they don't own it, SamCart stored credit card technology does the same thing, where they could click this button right here, get a 6-digit code emailed, confirm using their card on file, and buy other stuff, right?
All right, Scott, let's close this session with some takeaways. So we only got 2 takeaways. You want to take the first one?
Let's do it.
There you go.
The first one is sending your customers on a shopping frenzy, right? This is the opposite of one-and-done sales. One-and-done sales is stagnant growth that's going to keep you as a side hustle. It's going to keep you looking for new customers anywhere you can find them. You know what I mean? Getting your customers into a shopping frenzy and doing what we did on that last page, where customers can purchase one thing and buy everything else at the same time. You know what I mean? And then go into a members area where their stored credit card technology lets you continue to discover and continue to buy more stuff, is how you go from, you know, $1,000 a month to $5,000, $10,000, $25,000 a month. It's where you go from, maybe Rick's probably, you know, pulling in tens of thousands now to pulling in hundreds of thousands. This is the single biggest like trampoline effect that I could possibly have any of you guys take on, right? Is this one simple thing. Give your customers easy, frictionless, simple ways to find more of your products and buy them at the same time.
All right, and then takeaway number 2, our last one, is don't fall victim to funnel madness. So Rick has 6 products, 6+ sales pages, which means he is constantly having to test and find out which headline works. Is there a leaky pipe somewhere, or hey, this email didn't go through, or my student didn't get enrolled on this page here. He's scrambling constantly. Maybe he is, maybe he's not. But like when you have that many pages, that many funnels, you're constantly having to do patchwork. You're doing duct tape selling, trying to just hope that nothing breaks, or you know, there's no way for like to exactly optimize because you're playing so many games at once.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly right. Yeah, get rid of it. Make it more simple. Focus people's attention on one thing. Don't give them 10 different paths to go follow. And when they do go down a path, make it short, make it sweet, get them to what they want.
That's going to wrap up the show.
That's all we got.
Here next Tuesday at 4 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Central. If you're in Austin, going to the HEB, and go to creatorU.com. Go check it out. Subscribe here on YouTube. Hit the like button. My name is Jordan Anderson. That is Scott Moran, co-founder of SamCart. And
we out. We'll see you guys next week.